Welcome back, everybody. It is time for some more Bannerlord, and we are picking up right where we left off last time, which is that we've taken our third castle, Ayan Balik Castle, here in the desert lands where we once had a castle before, but I've got very few troops with which to defend this castle, so I'm recalling Kara the Accursed and her party. I can do that for free. There she is. She's got 52, and we're going to actually go ahead and absorb her forces into mine because I've got such a small force right now, and then that'll give me something to work with. But I'm kind of very reluctant to leave the castle at the moment because I've got so few men, so I'm going to have to figure something out here. All right, so I've gone ahead and let Kara the Accursed go and do her thing. Hopefully she'll go and recruit some more troops. I've got 42 now in my small party. That leaves a garrison of about a little over 100 in the castle. I feel somewhat secure in that. There's Saleya the Wronged, and we actually probably should see if we can just merge her into the party as well. And we're just going to go ahead and gather up all of her troops and let her do her own thing again. Thank you. And that'll give me a little bit more of a force, which is mostly made up of archers and horsemen right now. So once again, after a few battles going in to turn in my loot, and I'm going to make about 50,000 dinars from that, I'm at 194 now. So I feel like I might be able to start buying some folks off. I don't know. But we are going to venture back out and just keep doing what we're doing. There's another Aserai castle that's under siege at the moment. So let's take a look for just a second at the kingdom screen, because I want to see what their strength looks like. It's at 4402, so still, you know, like 5-1 in their favor. But again, you can see the casualties inflicted. So as they continue to be at war with both me and also the Valandians, yeah, I wanted to say Valerians, but that's something completely different. There's Kara the Accursed. It looks like she's up to something. I don't know what. But I believe this is the castle that they had under siege, so now they've taken that one as well. So to complete the quest that I'm on to gather 3 settlements, they've got to be of imperial culture. And so if I click on Empire, you can see the list of all the available options. So we're going to have to look around and look for one that is going to be available to me. And I don't know exactly who that might be, but I'm curious to look at the kingdom screen and see if there's anybody else who's relatively weak at the moment. So you can see the Northern Empire, somewhat weak. I mean, I could certainly take them on. Khazait's not so much. Western Empire, pretty strong. Britannia, Southern Empire, I mean, I don't think they have any territory to speak of, but Valandia is obviously the most powerful by far. So the Northern Empire might be the place that I need to look for my next conquest. So I've gone ahead and made peace with the Aserai. I really have nothing further to be gained by being at war with them other than the fact that they were just easy targets for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the risk that I can leave this castle somewhat lightly defended for now. So I'm going to take some of the troops out of here, some of the higher end troops, and go look for an opportunity to go to war with that weakened empire nation so that we can grab the necessary territory that we need there. So we can see here they're all the way up here, and this is their territory right here. They're relatively weak, so it seems like maybe this castle right here might be the place to start. So that's where we're going to head. It's going to take quite a while to get there, and I'm going to try to stop and recruit along the way, maybe fight some easy battles so that I can build up my influence a little bit and gather an army. So this guy I just ran into in the tavern seems like a good companion to add. 7670. Yeah, we can absolutely afford that. So let's go ahead back out, and we've got to gather some more men, start doing that. That's going to get me what I need. We're pretty close actually to Ataconia Castle, which is right there. Let's just check one more time the kingdom status with the Northern Empire. Yeah, see, they don't outnumber my kingdom by that much, but obviously they can bring a pretty large force to bear if I'm by myself. So we're going to have to start recruiting. We're going to have to bring some folks together. I've only got 71 influence right now, so I'm not entirely sure that's going to be enough to get this done. But let's go ahead and create an army. And then let's see who's close. Two of my companions just don't have enough, so this seems like the best one to start with. Unfortunately, I don't have much more at the moment. So I ran into this party under this guy Gifor, and I'm having some success with trying to talk him into joining. Oh no, a critical fail. I was sure. I was 3 out of 4, and all I needed was that one more point, and I lost it all. So, all right, we're going to have to let him go. But boy, that would have been huge because he had almost 200 men, and I was sure I was going to have a chance. So I'm just going to kind of go around for a little while and see if I can find such a party to get to join my forces. So I caught up with Galric of the Brotherhood, who we have quite a history with. We're going to try to get him to serve me. He's not going to do it. So, what do you think of your liege? I guess we're not going to. I was hoping I could get him on my side, but he and I have too bad of blood between ourselves to be able to do that. So I'd really like to get my force up over 200. So I'm going to look and see if there's someone else that I can gather into my army here to make this happen. Let's manage the army. We've only got 42. Okay, here. These guys are already in our force. I will basically wipe out my available influence to do this. I'm not gaining as much influence now because some of my mercenaries have left serving me and have gone to serve someone else, so it's making it a little harder to gain influence. We have to do that through our own battles, and it's been hard to find a big battle since I'm not at war with anybody anymore. And now the lake rats have left my empire, so I am without the forces that I had traveling with me, and you can see now my total strength down to 551, so there's really no point in trying to conquer any territory right now. So we're going to head back to one of my castles, and we're just going to have to kind of go back to the beginning and just start fighting, building up my influence, which is basically nothing right now, and get back to the place where I can form an army. All right, so this says that I've declared war on the Western Empire. I have no idea how that happened. I absolutely did not do that myself. So somebody who's a part of my kingdom went and did something really stupid. So we've got a bit of an issue on our hands now that we're going to have to try to resolve. So I'm going to find somebody from the Western Empire and see if I can resolve this. Okay. Let's not fight. Our realm should make peace. How do we make that happen? They're not going to do it just for me saying, hey, let's be at peace. So if we offer money, would you do it then? 77,000. Oh, that's a lot. 60,000 to make peace. Nah. You know what? Let's fight. I need the renown, and this is a pretty nice battle to fight. 110 versus 88, so we'll at least milk a little bit out of this before we need to try and make peace when the odds turn against us. Okay, here we go. Fighting in the snow.
Infantry!
Move the infantry forward. Bring the archers back. We don't have any good... Oh, we could go up there.
Forward! Loose formation! Infantry!
Bring the infantry back here.
Footmen! After me!
It's not exactly the way I want this to happen, but I guess it'll have to do. There we go, now they're backing up. Ranged troops are doing their job. I'm not really helping with it, but... Okay.
Footmen! Kill them all! Infantry! Attack!
Let's do it, boys. We killed a bunch of them before they even got close. I'm not having the best day. This guy's just walking around with arrows sticking out of him. I love it. Alright, I think we got this. And did we lose anybody? Wasn't even my best in terms of tactics, but I don't think we lost anybody. He must have had a pretty new army. A lot of recruits. I think we're still tracking down one guy. Oh, we got him. Somebody's left somewhere. There's one guy. There we go. Alright, so that's a nice amount of renown and influence for a battle in which I didn't lose a single casualty. And we've got a prisoner. Hey, I tried to get you to fight with me, man. It's not my fault you chose not to. 27 prisoners in the process. So I've decided what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start running around and just run into various parties and make offers to barter with them. Because in doing so, we're going to drive up our charm skill. And by doing that, it's going to make it a lot easier to start talking people into joining my army. So we'll just do this a few times here and there. That last one, I bought 6 horses off the guy, and it drove up our charm skill by 2 points. So let's see if we can do this again. I'm going to try to buy some of these guys' horses. I've got a ton of money. I might as well put it to good use, right? And it's really not that expensive to do that. All right, so for 4,600, we're going to buy 8 more horses. Obviously, that's more probably than the asking price, but again, gained a point in skill charm, a skill point in charm. So that's what we're going to keep on doing until it actually starts really benefiting us. Wow, that was a low odds on that one, but it worked. Now we need 2 more. If we can get a critical success. No! Now we need a critical success to make this happen. Oh, man. If I'd have just gotten that one that was 84%, we would have had it. All right. All right. We gained 3 points in charm that time. I bought all of her horses. Now I'm curious to see whether or not we could... Nah, looks like I can't talk her into anything else, but we're very quickly leveling up that charm skill, and I hope that that's going to benefit me in the long run. I've also been attacking some caravans, and that's been working out nicely. We're going to go ahead and see if we can raid a village here. Got a pretty nice force right now. I just got to be careful about big armies that might come my way. Village raids are always interesting, especially when you got to go across the river like this. But I've got a pretty good force, so let's just get everybody to follow me. We'll go across the bridge, do our thing. Although it looks like they're going to come to me, so even better.
Bowman! Move! Infantry! Forward! Footmen! Charge!
I probably could have just stood here and shot at them and taken them all out that way, because these are just villagers for the most part. A little bit of militia. All right, that's pretty much it. So I was watching a video yesterday of mods, and apparently one of the mods you can get is a dismemberment mod where you can like chop people's heads off and stuff. We may have to look into that one. There's some other pretty cool mods too that allow further diplomacy, allow you to buy land from people. So At some point we might explore some of those things. There was a pretty major update to the game as well, but I haven't gone to look and see what all they've updated. You know, we started this game when it was brand new and they hadn't done any updates yet, and they've done almost daily patches since then. Alright, so we've been gaining some renown. We're building up that charm skill. That's kind of what this episode's going to be about, I guess. Alright, our settlement, our castle's under siege. So we're going to have to head over there as quickly as we can and see if we can relieve that siege by any means necessary. Hopefully the army is not enormous that is besieging it. Alright, we're almost here. Let's see what we're facing. Please don't be... Oh, it's 467 men. Saleya the Wronged is defending it as best she can. They've got 48 wounded already. Oh, they're gonna take the castle. There's not a thing I can do about it. And I didn't even want to go to war with these people. Alright, well, they took the castle, and there's not a darn thing I can do about it because they've got almost 600 men. That's brutal. Alright, we're going to try to talk to this guy. Perhaps we don't have to come to blows. What would it take for us to make peace? Yeah, oh man, he's got 780,000. I can't barter for any fiefs, unfortunately. All I can do is try to get my charm skill up some more by buying a bunch of horses off of him, which seems to be kind of my go-to thing. That only gave me, got me up to 66. Now, I guess it's not going to happen. We are at peace, I guess, but I lost a castle in the meantime. All right, we're off to a good start here with our latest attempt at using charm, but now we've got to be successful on these next two, or it's not going to happen. All right, it all comes down to this one. We either do it or we don't. It's a 59% chance. Oh, so frustrating. Well, we're going to keep trying. Eventually, we're going to start talking people into doing what we want. But in the meantime, we're going to keep buying up horses because it seems to be the easiest way to build that charm skill. There, we got it up to 68. Wasn't as much as I would have liked, but I guess it'll have to do. Well, we've leveled up our steward skill again. Let's take a look. Our settlement's prosperity grows at quadruple normal rate while you are waiting there, or less influence needed to summon vassals for war. Yes, please. That will be very helpful moving forward. Looking at the party here, just doing our usual upgrading wherever possible. I do have a bunch of prisoners that I want to take care of getting traded in at some point. We can recruit a few of them. But I'm having a lot of issues with being trustworthy. Obviously, my honor has suffered greatly because of those earlier executions. In hindsight, that was a terrible idea. I've had a heck of a time recruiting mercenaries because of it. Somehow now I'm at war with Britannia. I don't know what's happening. That it's saying I declared war on them, but I definitely did not. But I guess that's what we're doing now. So my settlement at Veriscan Castle is under siege. So what I'm going to try to do, I can't possibly get there in time to help. I'm going to try to find somebody from their nation that I can talk to make peace before the castle is taken. But that seems unlikely unless I can run into an army somewhere in the field. I found an army. And if I can't get him to make peace, I can at least kill this army. Something I'd like to discuss. Our realm should make peace. What do I need to do to make peace with you guys? I could give you some horses. I have a lot of horses. It doesn't seem like it's going to be the way this goes. We could do it financially, but boy, it's going to be expensive. But honestly, it's easier to spend money than it is to get a castle. So, that was rough. It did help my charm skill, but it saved my castle. All right, so looking at the character screen, we do have a perk to add in Charm. 20% chance to avoid persuasion critical failure, or 10% chance, better chance for double persuasion success. Yeah, let's do that. That's really what we're after right now. I've made it just about to Veriscan Castle. I'm going to see what's going on here. We've got to deal with our garrison, kind of manage things. Don't have much to my name at this point. I've lost a lot of my finances. I've lost a castle. It's just been a bad episode in terms of moving the story forward, but we're slowly going to creep back into this thing. Just going to attack whoever I can, try to build up my skills as much as possible, and try to rebuild this thing. So I've decided what I'm going to have to do is go back to war with our old rivals, the Aserai, because they continue to be at war with Valandia. Valandia is super powerful. That should give me some cover to be able to do what I want to do. And I've got to build my honor up. And one of the only ways I can think to do that is to fight. And then I think if I release some of the nobles after I fight them, maybe that'll allow me to build up some honor. I don't know if that'll still work, but it used to be the way you could build honor, so I guess we're going to find out. But we're back at war. It's the only thing I can think to do to rebuild myself. Alright, we might be able to talk this guy into serving me rather than fighting. Seems like it's going okay. I just need 2 more points, which means I'm going to have to score 1 on each of these 2. Alright, comes down to this last one. Oh, I hate this. I got him. Okay. So we turned somebody. Very cool. That also helps the charm skill go up to 80. So now what we need to do is form an army. And we're going to go ahead and add... Oh boy. It's going to use most of... Oh wow, why did I lose influence? I've lost 263 influence. I'm not sure what happened, but it's bad. It's probably because I broke my truce that I had with those guys. I don't know. Anyway, back at combat. Where's my castle? I'm going to probably head to my castle. For now, anyway. Alright, so here's our first chance to fight a noble in the field. We're going to see if capturing him and then letting him go does in fact get me a little bit of honor. I don't know if it will or not, but I believe in the old
Archers!
Mountain Blade it did. So I guess we're going to find out if that happens here too.
Infantry! Stand apart! Bowmen! Stand apart! Infantry!
I think our guys will take care of him. Where's the rest of his force? Oh, they're not gonna come at me. They're gonna make me do this the hard way. After we deal with his lone archer. There we go. Alright, so let's start with the infantry. We're gonna bring them down here.
Forward!
Put it that way. There we go. Alright, now we'll go with our archers, and we'll put them right up here on the hill. And I think he's coming at me now.
Footmen! Forward!
And we'll probably wrap this episode up with this battle, because I know it's a short episode, but I'll really kind of regroup, and I've got a lot of other things I've got to deal with today. So short, kind of in between episode, and then we'll probably make the next one another live stream.
Charge!
All right, horsemen, do your thing. Oh, we took care of him with no trouble. Love having that big line of archers up there. Beautiful. Alright, so we lost 1 killed. We killed 24, wounded 20. And hopefully we have a noble that we've captured that now we will let go. So you are indeed a man of honor, sir. We will not forget this. Please tell me that helped with my honor rating. We're going to start doing that with all these guys now, I think. I got to take a look at my character and see just what my honor looks like at this point. So my honor is still -2. I don't know what it's going to take to change that, but we're going to just keep going at this. All right, we got a settlement under attack. So let's go deal with that. That's going to be a nice battle. We'll wrap it up with this battle. I know I said that before, but we'll add one more battle to the mix here. If we can't get him to change sides, which is always something we got to try. Ooh, critical success on the first one. That's excellent news. Oh, that's not. Now we need both of these next two, or we need another critical success. All right, it comes down to the last one yet again. 59%. We got him. Okay. So we're turning some people to our side. That's helpful. Join Empire of Stake. I don't have a lot of money. Can I give you horses to do it? Nope. It doesn't seem like that's the way it's going to happen. Well, these desert horses are a little better. I just, okay. There we go. Thank you. So with that, I actually leveled up. So I've got another skill point that I can put into something. I'm thinking intelligence this time. Oh no, we got to put it into one of these. What am I saying? Charm. Charm it is. It's a focus point, not a skill point. Okay, so now we've got a few more folks that are on our side kind of doing their thing. And we'll head back to the castle to kind of regroup, let our wounded heal, and we'll figure out where we go from here. Let me know your thoughts in the description below, and I will post when we know what time the live stream will be for the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys.